Alright, welcome back everyone. If you're on this video, it means you must have gone through our first two videos on who a data analyst is and why you should become a data analyst, or why data analysis is a very good career choice for you. In this video, I'll be telling you how to become a data analyst. Well, you've made up your mind and it's time for you to get into what it actually entails. But before you begin and before you become a full data analyst, there are some series of skills you will need to possess, right? So there are various skills that are needed for becoming a data analyst, of which are very easy to learn and very easy to understand, as much as just if you put your mind to it. So the first skill that I'll be talking about is Excel. We all know Microsoft Excel. We've all heard of Excel. We've all seen what Excel can do. Many people just know Excel contains rows and columns. But Excel is one of the most powerful tools for a data analyst, as it helps you to clean up data, build charts and graphs, and it's a fundamental skill for all data analysts. For Excel, you get to learn how to sort and filter, how to go through formulas, VLOOKUP, pivot tables, basic cleaning, and basic visualization with Excel. We'll be taking you in the in-depth of Excel and how you can apply Excel to your data analysis work. I've seen many data analysts use basic Excel for all their analysis. But if you want to get a good grip on data analysis and become a very good expert in your field, then you can consider diving into another skill, which is called SQL. SQL is also a very required skill as a data analyst, because it is used to query and store information in databases. You'll be dealing with database a lot as a data analyst, where your data is being stored. And to query the database, you use a language called SQL. SQL actually means Structured Query Language. It's a language that you use for calling data, storing information, and performing some basic operations in data. Most companies' technical interview forces you to use SQL, and they focus their interview on SQL. They ask you, can you do this in SQL? Can you do that in SQL? So SQL is also a very needed tool that I will be teaching you about. Also, I'll be showing you some basic business analytics tools such as Tableau or Power BI. Tableau or Power BI are basic tools that makes your data analysis work easier by giving you visual representations of what you are doing. With Tableau or Power BI, either one you choose to learn, you will be seeing real life, this will be a real life representation of what you've done in your Excel, and it helps to make visualization smoother and make your work more cleaner and more effective. So with your knowledge in Excel and SQL, Power BI would not be a problem for you, because it makes everything you've learned in Excel and SQL more efficient with your Power BI or your Tableau. Also, another skill you need to learn as a data analyst is Python or R. A lot of persons go ahead and say data analysts only need to learn Python. Well, let me give you the shock of your life. You might not probably even need to learn Python to be a data analyst. With your Excel and your Power BI or your Tableau and your SQL, you can become a certified data analyst. I've known many data analysts that don't even write Python codes or R codes. So, but it can also be an added advantage for you if you want to go into learning Python. We'll be having a course on Python, but for this our class in data analysis, we'll be focusing more on SQL, Excel, and Power BI or Tableau, depending on which one our operating system is going to allow us to carry. But basically, Power BI is more flexible and easy to access, so we'll be going into Power BI for the course of this training. So what does Python allow you to do? Python allows you to manipulate data. It can also be used for web scraping. That is, if you want to gather information from websites without actually going to get a data set. Data visualization and regular expressions are all things you can do with Python. Then also, I'll be going into cloud platforms. Cloud platforms are also things you need to know to become a data analyst rather. Because in data analysis, all your data need to be stored on the web. working for a company, you might be working remotely with a company, which means their information and data has to be stored on the web. So you have to understand basic cloud platforms and how they function in order to be able to work better and effectively as a data analyst. So what are the cloud platforms we have? We have the Amazon Web Server, you can learn the Google Cloud, you have the Microsoft Azure, and so much more cloud platforms. But if we are going to be talking about platforms, I'll be streamlining it to the Google Cloud Platform or the Amazon Web Server. So that, if you master those skills, then becoming a data analyst is one step. Then becoming a data analyst is just a stone throw from you. So thank you very much, and see you in the next lesson.